When we talk of gender equality, we're not talking about women trying to become men. We're not talking about that. We're talking about creating a world where the girl child, the woman, the female are going to have that free space to live, to dream, to lead without barriers. Now, they're not trying to be like men. They're trying to be alive. Imagine having a life whereby you watch your sister, your mother, or your daughter, being deprived of opportunities in her life because she is a woman. Now, that's the kind of world we're living right now. But we're trying to say no to that. So I want you to listen to me and join me. If you're a guy out there, you're a woman out there, this is the moment that we're going to put things right. Let me take you on. Yo, people, you already know it's your boy YolyBoy talking about YolyBoy. And hey, you welcome back to YolyBoy TV, your favorite show. Let's talk laugh with YolyBoy. Today, we're going to talk about a very, very sensitive issue, and it's all about gender equality. Women fighting for rights, fighting to be celebrated, fighting to be given a voice. Today, I'm going to give my own take on the fact that the girl child also need a voice. Let's ride on. Now, let's talk about straight out from the north, because I'm a northern guy, born and brought up in the north. So I really know what the girl child is passing through. Look at the north that have a culture and tradition that the girl child is supposed to be in the kitchen, that the kitchen is her place. Now remember, all these kids have dreams and they have their own contribution to mankind. Imagine you lock up 1,000 female child in the house, depriving them of their dreams, depriving them of their ambitions, depriving them of their destiny. What are we saying right here? I need you to think twice about that. Now, when you look at the likes of story of women like the Malala Yousafzai, who defied the Taliban to pursue her future, her dream on the girl child's, future and freedom. These are what we all need to consider as youth, as women, as men, and good people of this generation. Women have always been fighters. They've always been leaders. They've always been people who fight for everybody in the society. But it ends up being shut down and their voice is unheard by the generation. A whole generation has been shut down. Now, I can give you a good example of people like Nelson Mandela have been celebrated for their successes. But when we come back to the women who have fought for the freedom of other women and the whole world, they have been silenced. The story of women like the Funmilayo Ransome Kuti of Nigeria, who have been fighting against colonial taxation against women, which has no base actually. All these are gender, differences. And these kind of women have not been celebrated yet. They really fought for the betterment of the future of our children, their children, our children's children are still going to, benefit from that too. Now, everybody, I want us to look into the story of some legendary women who have really contributed a lot to mankind. Let's look at the story of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who has been a world-class author for history and for decades. She is forever going to be respected. But this woman shouldn't have been what she is if her parents deprived her of using her skills and talent. Now, a lot of girls have been forced into marriage. They have been given this societal mindset that as a woman, you're supposed to be, attached to your husband. You're supposed, marriage is your place. Some jobs pay men more, that women cannot go into certain talent or creative. All these things are things that really, really pain me. It makes me feel like the women are not fully part of our today's society. It's not about politics. It's not a day job. It's an everyday life. Everybody knows what I'm saying. And we need to really work in that, because a lot of innovations, a lot of creativities, a lot of talents are being destroyed with all these kind of traditions. We need to really look into that. It's really baffling, and it's so funny to say that the place of the woman and the girl child is in the kitchen. Imagine the story of people like Ngozi Okonjo, who was the first female director general of the World Trade Organization. Imagine Nigeria was like, okay, this is a woman, she cannot deliver, she cannot do that. Now, how will it feel? How will the future be for our generation? That means that opportunity will have been gone for Nigeria in that era. Now, imagine when we come back to politics, a lot of women are really having good potential. I can give you enough example. Even from Adamawa State, we have Aisha Binani, who is really contesting for the governorship. A lot of traditions are saying, no, you cannot do that. No, it's not. It's an abomination for a woman to do that. But everybody knows that they deliver. Of course, she's one of the politicians in Adamawa State that have delivered as a senator. And I feel like I'm not saying people should make her governor. I'm not campaigning. I'm just saying that maybe the solution is also the women. If you look at some Western nations have endorsed female. The past, look at Hillary, who has been vice president in the United States. That's a woman that is a vice president of the world we're talking about. And they are really people who deliver and do their best. So why are we saying that their place is in the kitchen? That touched my heart. It really does. Also looking at the World Bank statistic and analysis, that the World Bank put it clear that if gender equality has been considered in our generation today, the economy is going to double, like 3 times better than it is, and we're going to make more dollars, like trillions of dollars more to what is on ground. So what are we saying? We have a lot of destinies, a lot of dreams that have been blocked, have been buried, and have been deprived of being tapped. So I want us to really look into the past, forget about what has happened, forget about what is gone, man. This is a new era. We move with the trend. Why not give them an opportunity? And let's see if the future is going to hold tight with us. Now let's move on. Now let me ask you a very personal question. Imagine it in your head right now. If your mom is being deprived of her education, or your sister is being paid less at work, think about the single mothers outside there who are struggling with kids. Some have been divorced. Some, their parents died, left them with heavy load. Some, the husband, which is the man who was irresponsible, maybe left them and then abandoned the family. Think of all the widows in the world. Do you ever thought of how on earth do they feed the kids and the family? Now, I want you to really put that and think of it very, very personally. Because if you look at the history is gone, now is the future. Human right is human right. Let's help the girls. Let's help the girl child. Give them a voice, let them believe in themselves, and let them know that they have a future. Let's not do it out of pity or a favor. Let's do this because it is the right thing to do and it's justice. I trust and believe that you're going to think about this, and let's make world a better place to stay. And remember, whatever that you do today is for the history, is for the record. And you're going to give back to girl children, female children, and you're also going to give back to a girl child. What are you going to see her pass through? Whatever you want her to come and see alive is what you're going to do today. Let's help give the girl child a voice. It's YolyBoy, and you already know it. And let's talk laugh with YolyBoy. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye.